how are you doing? This is Lindsay from She Works Abroad, and today I want to ask, what is your plan to get abroad and to create a global career for yourself? If it is to join a big international company in the city where you work or the country that you live in, and then hopefully one day they're going to send you abroad, let's talk about that strategy for a minute. So some of you know that when I was first starting out about how to find international work, I got some pretty terrible advice from a really senior person. She told me that if I wanted to go abroad, this was a senior HR woman working for a large international, well-known public relations firm. She said, Lindsay, if you want to go abroad, here's what you have to do. You need to join a big international company, work for them from anywhere between 7 to 10 years, and if then there is an international assignment, and if you're a good fit for it, and if the company decides that they want to spend the money sending you, then maybe you could apply to go abroad at that point. But you need to prove yourself first. You need to develop all your skills. You need to have everything, really people need to trust you and know you, and that's going to take between, at least 7 years of you working with the organization to get that opportunity. I was like, thank you, but hell no. I think is basically kind of how I thought about it, because I was like, the idea of working for a company for 7 to 10 years with the primary goal of working internationally, that being like my means to an end, I was like, that seems like a terrible strategy. First of all, how do I know what I'm going to be doing or where I'm going to be at or what I'm going to want in 7 to 10 years? I don't want to go abroad in 7 to 10 years. I want to go abroad now. And what was missing here was the idea that this woman didn't know, because she was working so closely in corporations and helping people from an HR business point look abroad. She was missing this entire wave of people called self-initiated expats who were going out there and finding these jobs on their own. So essentially, the internet and people's desire to want to live and work internationally was connecting them to opportunities in real time, locally in other countries. And so you didn't have to do this old school mentality of you need to work for a company for your entire career. Maybe you'll get one abroad assignment, maybe you won't, but hey, that's the way it gets done. That is just not true, and it's not the case anymore. You can go out there and find a job abroad tomorrow in another country, being able to sell your skill set, being able to look at where your skills would be in high demand and how you could operate globally. That's what I ended up doing for my very first role internationally, was I went out and I found a job as a self-initiated expat on a local contract. And guess what? I didn't have to work for any company for 7 to 10 years. That was my first job right out of college. So with no experience, internships and college, with no experience, without any foreign language skills, a little bit, but nothing to write home about, no contacts in that foreign country, I was able to go out, become a self-initiated expat, and get a kick-ass killer package to go and live and work abroad. And guess what? It was for one of those big international companies, right? But it was with them from the local side. I didn't go in-house and have to work there for 7 to 10 years and wait for please one day someone to tap my shoulder and help me make this happen. I went out and made it happen. So if you're thinking, maybe what I should do is just join a big international company in New York City or in Chicago or in London or wherever you're living right now, Topeka, Kansas, and then one day they will send me abroad, I'm telling you, that is a myth. That strategy is completely limiting the fact that you can just go out and find a job as a self-initiated expat tomorrow, but 2, it's really leaving your entire career, your dream, this idea that you want to go abroad, up to a company that may or may not decide to send you. And after 5 to 7 years, if my goal was to work internationally and the company told me, sorry, we're not going to do it, what are you going to go start with another company again? start over another 5 to 7 years? Think about it. There are different ways to do this now, and definitely having to spend that much time with an organization with the hope and prayer that they're going to send you abroad just isn't one of the strategies that I would recommend to you. So don't believe that myth, and instead think about your other opportunities that you have to go out there and find work starting now. All right, bye.